Hello students, today we will start the chapter number 8 of history, that is religious and philosophy in medieval India. So let's get started. Religious movements. The medieval period in India saw the development of new religious ideas. The period of our study saw various religious developments and the emergence of religious teachers who laid great stress on devotion to God. The professions were caste based and decided at birth. The lower caste were denied privileges and were not allowed to enter temples. Some people tried to escape the social discrimination by converting into Buddhism and Jainism as they preached social equality. During the medieval age, some religious thinkers revived the idea of bhakti devotion as mentioned in ancient texts like Purans and Bhagavad Gita. Bhakti saints preached about devotion to a personal God and preached in local languages. Therefore, they had a large following among the common people. The Bhakti movement in South India. The Bhakti movement begins in South India in the 7th century. It was begun by the Alvar saints who were Vaishnavas devotees of Lord Vishnu and Nayanar saints who were Shaivas devotees of Lord Shiva. There were 63 Nayanars who belonged to different caste backgrounds and 12 Alvars who came from equally divergent background. Most of them belonged to the lower caste. They were sharply critical of Buddhists and Jains and preached about ardent love of Shiva and Vishnu. The Nayanars and Alvar went from place to place composing exquisite poems in praise of the deities. These saints promoted caste equality which helped to reduce social evil. The Nayanar and Alvar saints composed hymns and hagiographies. Biographical hymns in praise of Alvar and Nayanar saints Devram and Div Prabandham are the collection of hymns of Nayanar and Alvar saints respectively. Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya was born in the 8th century in a village of South India. He preached Advaita philosophy, which means understanding and uniting with the universal soul through the attainment of knowledge. He helped in the revival of Hinduism. He worshipped Shiva and inspired the whole country by his books, arguments, and commentaries. He established centers of learning called mathas at Badrinath, Puri, Dwarka, and Sringeri. His mathas are located in all the four corners of India. These mathas grew as important pilgrimage center. Ramanuja. Ramanuja was the follower of Lord Vishnu and taught his disciples that personal devotion to the Lord was the only means of salvation, that is, union with God. He preached about the Vishishta Advaita philosophy, which holds the soul retain its identity even after uniting with Brahma. He preached about the social equality and condemned the social caste-based restrictions. His disciples Ramananda took his message to the North India. Ramananda. The Saint Ramananda of Varanasi spread the message of devotion to Lord Ram. He accepted followers from all castes and religions. Among his close disciples were Guru Ravidas and Kabir. Mirabai. She was a Rajput princess and a devotee of Lord Krishna. It is said that since her childhood she used to keep an idol of Lord Krishna with her. She considered herself married to the Lord, although she was married to a royal family in Mewar. She moved to Vrindavan after she became a widow and devoted rest of her life singing bhajan and kirtans. Namdev. He popularized the bhakti culture in Maharashtra. He preached about oneness of God for all the religions. He popularized Lord Vitthala worship. He was a family man and did not give up his worldly life. He rejected rituals and composed devotional poems called abhangs in Marathi language. Other Marathi saints like Tukaram, Ramdas, and Eknath. Kabir, a case study. Kabir was brought up in a family of Muslim Julahas or weavers settled in the city of Banaras. We have 10 reliable information about his life. We get to know of his ideas from a vast collection of verses called Sakhis and Pads, said to have been composed by him and sung by wandering singers. Kabir was the disciple of the Bhakti saint Ramananda of Banaras. He was influenced by Hindu and Sufi saints as well as Mahayana Buddhism. His followers were called Kabir Panthi. His philosophies and ideas of loving God has been expressed through his dohas. Kabir rejected meaningless rituals and conveyed simple messages through different type of poem. The greatest work of the Kabir is Bijak. This collection of Kabir's poem demonstrates his own universal spirit of oneness. His dohas were included in the text called Adi Granth. Guru Nanak, a case study. He is regarded as the founder of Sikhism. He was born at Nankana Sahib, a town located near the city of Lahore in present-day Pakistan. He visited many holy places and finally settled in Kartarpur and this world in 1539. Guru Nanak is regarded by Sikhs as their first guru. In the late 15th century, his teachings were become very popular among the people of Punjab. These teachings forms the basis of Sikhism. The teachings of Guru Nanak and some of his successors are collected in Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy book of Sikhs. Teachings of Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak never believed in leading an aesthetic life in search of God. He propagated that man should lead a simple, virtuous life. One should never oppress the poor and the needy. He rejected caste discrimination, idol worship, and meaningless rituals. He stressed on the purity of character and conduct and the need of the Guru for guidance. He also allowed women to join the order. He preached that God is without form and his will is expressed through the Guru's word. His teachings were spread through the group singing of hymns called kirtans. The devotees gathered in buildings called dharmshala, as the dharmshala usually has the community kitchen called langar, where people from all sections of the society could eat together. Dharmshalas later developed into Gurudwaras. Sikh Gurus. Guru Nanak was succeeded by 9 Gurus. Guru Nanak selected his disciple Lehna to succeed him as the Guru, who became known as Guru Angad Dev. The other 8 Gurus were Guru Amar Das, Guru Ramdas, Guru Arjun Dev, Guru Har Gobind, Guru Har Rai, Guru Har Kishan, Guru Tegh Bahadur, and Guru Gobind Singh. Guru Ramdas, the 4th Guru, was greatly respected by the Emperor Akbar, who granted him a land on which the famous shrine Harmandir Sahib was later built. Guru Ramdas' son Arjun compiled the Adi Granth containing verses by the first 5 Gurus. This book later came to be known as Guru Granth Sahib. Guru Arjun was executed by Jahangir, which makes the Sikhs hostile towards Mughal. Later, during Aurangzeb rule, the ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, was executed for defending his faith. Guru Tegh Bahadur's son, Guru Gobind, introduced the custom of Pahul. He introduced the Khalsa. In Khalsa, they were ordered to help needy and never show their back to enemy. Every member of Khalsa had to have 5 distinctive things. These were Kesh, Kirpan, Kangha, Kada, Kacha. They were popularly known as 5 Ks. Sufi movement. Parallel to the Bhakti movement, we find the development of Sufi movement in Islam. Like the Bhakti saints who moved away from the traditional beliefs, the Sufis also rejected the strict code of social conduct enforced by the ulemas. Sufi philosophy was basically Islamic but was influenced by Hindu, Greek, and Buddhist religious ideas. The Sufis led simple life in hermitages which resembles monasteries. People from all walks of life gathered their collective singings, spiritual discussions, and getting advised on their poems. Teachings. The Sufi preached about devotion to God, brotherhood among men, and kindness towards fellow human beings. The Sufi saints believed in the principles of Hadith, sayings of Prophet Muhammad, and Quran. They advocated that God is supreme and true love of God means serving fellow human beings. One should respect all human beings without any discrimination. They accepted that there could be many ways of reaching the God, hence they were tolerant towards other religion. Nizamuddin Aulia, who lived in Delhi during Alauddin Khilji's reign, is one of the greatest Sufi saints. Amir Khusro was his great devotee. Saint Nizamuddin talked to his followers in Hindui. He inspired people with the love of God and helped them to attach from worldly life. He buried in Delhi and his dargah attract a lot of visitors. Another famous Sufi saint, Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, who settled in Ajmer. According to him, devotion to God constituted in service to humanity. He encouraged devotional music and qawwalis which was sung in musical gatherings. He died in 1236 and was buried at Ajmer. Every year, many Muslims, Hindus, and Sikhs visit the dargah of these saints during the annual celebration called Urs. They go there to offer chadar and seek his blessings. Baba Farid. He was disciple of Moinuddin Chishti. He rebelled against the orthodox beliefs and preached about the true love for God. He composed verses which were recited by both Hindus and Muslims. The common beliefs of Bhakti movement and Sufism are universal brotherhood and equality, oneness of God, emphasis on love and devotion. Both were against caste system and rituals and ceremonies. They preached in local languages. As devotional music was encouraged by both, it gained momentum during this time. They both were tolerant towards other religion. So that's all about the chapter. Go through the video very well. Thank you.